tuck, so if he try to run, hit his spine and his back now. Every time that I slide on a bitch and I hit from the back, I be blowing it back down. And the fiends keep on calling my phone cause they know I got work, so they act to the pack now. If we see them little niggas who diss on the bros, then we giving them niggas the shakedown.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Swervo back at it again with yet another video, man. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm starting something new on the channel, trying to bring some different content in and have a different experience within this shit, man. Just trying to have fun with it. You know, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be, you know, fun to do, but I'm trying to have fun with it and trying to make the best experience that I can. You know what I'm saying? And from there, I'm gonna just continue to level up with my content, bring more into it every time I try to upload. I'm gonna have more and more content. I'm changing the channel over from mainly gaming to more of a multi-dimensional. Like I need to be, you know, more than just one dimensional. Can't be just gaming, you feel me? I gotta have a different aspect of it to it, and bring that. So yesterday on my Instagram, if you're not following me, my Instagram is at the bottom right there, man. You already see it. Yesterday on my Instagram, I posted a story at AMA. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to start off different. So I got some questions that people asked, and I'm gonna answer them on the channel so that we, you know what I'm saying, get to know me a little bit better. If you new and you see this video, it's only right if you sub. You get to know me and get a good video. Come on, bro, that's 2 in 1. And leave a like, don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's start with the first one. Hold on. My bad, I had to handle some shit. Alright, so notes. Alright, first question is, do I want to start with that one? Let's start off with, why did I move to Florida? Moved here. For anybody that don't know, I started in Philadelphia. I used to live in Philadelphia. I lived in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what Philadelphia is, the hood. Not too much to offer there for anybody trying to make it out of there. Like, if you know that you want to get out of there, don't stay. Like, try your hardest to get out of there, because at the end of the day, there's gonna be people there. I mean, there's people everywhere that's gonna bring you down, that's gonna try to, you know, talk bad about what your dream is or what your dreams are. And either way, you're gonna have to face those people, but don't stay within that same environment. And Philadelphia was that environment where I felt as though I couldn't blossom. You feel me? I couldn't grow any more than what I already grew. Like, it took me 19 years to realize, 20 years to realize that I've been knew this, man. I had to get out. But it took me 20 years to finally say, all right, I'm doing this. Even though it was on my own, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? My neighborhood was just reckless, you know. People that I knew getting killed, people that I didn't know but I've seen before gone. It does something to the mental to actually have that right in front of you, somebody that you knew from when you were younger, whether it's from when you were younger or when you the age I'm at now. If I see him and I hear about somebody getting shot, it was a shootout every night. Just hear about somebody getting shot. It's sad, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that it didn't happen to me, but I got to give my condolences to the people that lost someone, whether that was, you know, because they did something to somebody or they just got caught in the crossfire, because it happens. Those people just don't deserve that. You know, they don't deserve that shit, and it's messed up. But I had to get out of there before I was one of the people that got hit in the crossfire. It was so many times. It was shootouts right in front of my house, right in front of the crib. Shootouts when I was walking down the street to the crib, and it was a time where a nigga walked past me with a gun who just got finished shooting up a block. You feel me? So it's like, you see that shit and it's a day by day thing. Like, you see that on a daily basis, and it's like, you don't want to live that no more. So, I mean, of course I had to get out of there. Honestly, it was down to two options for me. It was multiple options, but it was really two main options for me. And it was either going to be somewhere in Georgia or somewhere in Florida, and I chose Florida. Me personally, I wanted Florida only because, I mean, it's hot all year round. I hate the cold. I love wearing hoodies, like love wearing hoodies, bro. I always got a hoodie wherever I am. It's cold in the crib sometimes, but I always got a hoodie wherever I am. But I hate being cold. I truly hate being cold, and it's something that I wanted to get away from. Now that I'm down here, kind of miss being a little nippy, you know what I'm saying? I miss it because it's hot as shit every day. Like, I don't want to deal with that every day, but that's what I have to deal with. Specifically Florida because it's just a nice place to live. You know, it's ever since moving down here about 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago. Damn, it's really about to be 2 months, but after moving down here, I mean, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's a different vibe. It gives me the opportunity to branch out, and I'm seeing shit that I've never seen before, seeing people that I've never seen before, meeting people that I've never met before and never would have got a chance to meet if I didn't take that step. How's college going? So while living in Philly, I went to college. I didn't go to college in Philly. I went to college in Georgia. The reason I chose that college was because of my girlfriend. I decided that I wanted to go there because that's where she was going, and it's because that's where she lived. I lived in Philadelphia, she lived in Georgia. It's a very long distance relationship, but we made it work, because that's what I really wanted. So I decided to travel to Georgia. Like, the fuck am I doing in Georgia? I have no reason to be in Georgia. I didn't really care. I wanted to go because life, you never get the chance to take something twice, because that first time, if you don't take it, you never guaranteed it for the next time, you know? So I just took that step and I just said, fuck it, you know, it's life. If I fail at anything, I'm not going to be mad, because at the end of the day, I still took that initiative to take that step, to move on, to go through. So it was an experience for me. But after one semester, I decided not to go back, because I decided to focus on making money instead of a college education that I felt like I didn't need. Not to say that college was hard. I was passing it, you know. I had like a 4.0, but I just felt as though it wasn't for me. I went to school for psychology. Still, I'm going to go to school for psychology, but right now I want to take that next step in my life to advance. What are my plans for the rest of the year? So, at the beginning of this year, I don't remember any of my plans that I had for myself. I was in a totally different mind state. But as of right now, after moving, my plans for the rest of this year is to just save up as much money as I can, and just focus on perfecting my craft. I honestly wanted to do the G League, play basketball for the G League, but I'm not getting the shot. You know, it's just not me right now. I'm not getting that shit, and you're required to get it. I'm not telling anybody else to not get it. I'm not saying don't get it for anybody else. I have friends who have the shot, but it's just my preference to not have that shot. So I just had to take a step back from that. I'm still going to work on becoming better at basketball as a whole. I love basketball. The game of basketball is just my life, really, other than my actual life. But yeah, I had plans to try out for the G League. There's 2 teams here in Orlando, so I would have definitely tried out for both of them. No, not in Orlando. In Florida, 2 teams here, one in Orlando and one in Miami. So I don't mind, you know, changing my plans up, which is what I had to do. So my plans right now is to grind out everything that I can, perfect my craft on everything that I can and achieve what I feel as though I need to and I can achieve. I feel as though doing YouTube and becoming a content creator as a whole, because I do stream on Twitch as well, is something that's it's a feasible goal. You know what I'm saying? It's a feasible goal, something that I can actually reach if I put in the work to do it. And I've been doing it for a minute now, but I can look back and say that I wasn't doing it the right way. I was basically just bullshit. I put out a couple videos, yeah, but at the same time, I didn't do the work that I needed to do. And the follow-up to that question is, what are my goals for next year? Next year, I can't even sit here and tell you that I have thought hard about my plans for next year, but it's definitely just something that I am very interested in to know, because I already know for a fact that I will not be living here next year, not in this apartment complex. Probably going to get a home, probably going to buy a home or something, save up to buy a home next year so that I can not have to, and like the fact of having neighbors that like live directly next to you is okay. I don't mind it. They're cool people, but I don't want to live on top of someone, because I like to play around in my house. I got a dog now, so it's like I don't want to be bumping over top of somebody's head. You feel me? That's just, I wouldn't want to hear that shit at night or at all, really. I play with my dog like a lot, so her running around, me jumping with her is just not gonna work out if I continue to live over top of somebody. How do you stay motivated? This is a very good question, man. I stay motivated by just realizing that if it's not me who's gonna do it, who else is? And then if they get successful off of something that I could have done, it's no point in me even sitting here thinking that I can't do it. It's people that became YouTubers off of basic shit, and who can blame them? People love basic shit. People also love complex shit. But it doesn't ever matter what you do, because you'll always have an audience that wants to see what you're putting out. And that's because everybody likes, different shit. Sometimes I just go on YouTube and watch videos that have no relation to anything that I like, but I watch them. Things that you can do to stay motivated is just picture yourself in a position of where you want to be, and then picture yourself in the position that you're in now. What is stopping you from becoming what you have or what you want? What is stopping you from becoming that person that you want to be? And the only thing that's stopping you is you, because you have that mentality to grind. You have that effort to grind. You have that mentality to wake up every day and say, I'm about to get on my shit today or tomorrow or the next day, because every day that passes means there's another day to become better. And that's what motivates me, because I could be better tomorrow than I am today and the day before. I am better than I was the day before. It just, growth is the number one thing to keep me motivated, because I want to grow. I want to become a better person in all aspects of life. And that's what drives me to continue to go. That's what drives me to continue to go. And it's like, I don't ever want to see myself in a position of what I was in when I was back in Philly, in high school, going through shit, and in middle school, going through shit. Like, I don't want to deal with that no more. I'm saying, I don't want to be in that position. So I'm going to motivate myself to become better every day, even if that means putting myself through the stress of waking up early and changing my regimens and changing everything about what I did before that got me nowhere. That's what a lot of people don't understand, is you got to change those habits of what you did before, because those bad habits are always going to continue to bring you down, because those were the habits that you had when you were down. You have to change the habits that you have so that you can become a different person. If I was in Philly hanging with bum ass niggas every day and I got nowhere, and then I get here and I'm still hanging with bum ass niggas every day. Where the fuck am I gonna go? Nowhere but back with them bum ass niggas on the corner. I'm saying I got a select few friends back from when I was living in Philly. That's my main friends. Like I don't bang with niggas for real. Like I only let you in my circle if you on that type time of I need to grow. Like shout out my man Augie. Like this nigga, like I only hang around niggas that wanna grow. Shout out my man's Augie. Like this nigga went from playing video games with me and all the other niggas. This nigga got his own fucking filming. He got his own filming business. Like he do this shit. Like he's doing that shit. And I respect him for that. Cause that's, I'm saying, that's that grind to get up and want to do more. Like I got some niggas that want to stream. Shout out Jared. He trying to stream. Like if you not on that shit, bro, you on that mindset of I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. Shout out all my other niggas too that do that shit too. Like they know what they trying to do and they know what they want to get to. Like my niggas, I only hang with certain niggas because that's the mindset that I wanna be around. Cause that's the mindset that I have. I'm not gonna hang around niggas that want to do nothing with themselves. I'm not gonna hang around niggas that want to do the shit that's gonna get them into a situation where they need somebody to help them out because they wanted to go backwards in life. No. Everybody that I hang around gotta be moving forward, because if you moving backward, what's the point of you even being around me? I don't hang with niggas like that. Like shout out my niggas, man, because from the rip, after like when I first met them, I already knew that these was the niggas I was gonna be hanging with from off rip. I don't got, I can't see them right now because I'm down here, but it's like at the end of the day, I know for a fact that's gonna be my guys forever, bro, because that's family. The story of me and my girl, we met, probably like 5-6 years ago on Kick. Kick was a shit back then, bro. Like that shit was popping. That shit was so crazy, bro. Like I remember just being on that shit all day, like texting all my friends all day, met some of the coolest people in that jump. Like it really brought people together, even if they were in separate parts of the world. Like she lived in Georgia, I lived in Philly. How the hell was we ever going to see each other? But that didn't matter at the time because we was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was my dog. We was cool off rip. We had a fallout a couple years like after we met, and it was because I got in a relationship in high school and I lost contact with her. And that basically, was a long ass time without me even talking to her. But we was cool for years. Like we would have situations where we wouldn't talk, and then I'd come back and we'd be talking and shit like that. It was always a vibe, whether we weren't talking for a long time or whether we were talking for a long time. What I'm saying? It was a vibe at all times. Then COVID happened in 2020. COVID happened, and we out of school, and I'm not in a relationship no more. I'm just like, let me go through my block numbers, you know what I'm saying, and find out who is who. You feel me? Like I was bored. Find out who is who, because I had to block a lot of numbers because of the last relationship I was in. Not even because I was texting them on that type time. It was just, you know what I'm saying, it was a situation of something that I, didn't even want to go through, but I went through it. That's the past. Fuck it. I went through the block numbers and I saw her number. I already knew her number because of the area code. So I just messaged her and shit. And then from there we just start talking all the time. And then, like I said before, I ended up going to college in Georgia, and it was to see her. I have no other reason to be going to college in Georgia. And at 19, right? So this was last year. I was in college. At 19, it was it was a huge step for me to just be leaving Philadelphia to go to a place that I've never been before. Never been to Georgia. Like, why the fuck would I have to go to Georgia? What is there for me? I barely left Philly. But from that moment on, like, when we first started talking, I even took a trip down to Georgia just out of the blue. Like, it wasn't a thing of, you know, we hadn't much planning of it. It was just, I'm going to come down there to see you. That was that. And from there, once I did that, I just knew it wasn't a situation of, you know, she one of them type, shorty to try and play me. I mean, if she was and I just spent that bread, then I'm a dickhead, obviously. But I would have found that out from the first jump, you know, first meet. But yeah, from there, we just was talking more often. And then I ended up going to school down there and we just was saying. Well, done. I don't even know what I was saying, bro. Alright, man, that's gonna wrap up the video. Like I said, we're gonna be getting more into this shit, just trying to get more content out. I'm not gonna give you a promise that it's when this video will be out, but it'll be out. You'll see it, and I hope y'all fuck with it. Let's get the likes ran up on this joint. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. If you've been subscribed, show some love in the comments. You feel me? Let a nigga know you fucking with me. That's really it. Follow me on the gram. I'm gonna do another AMA soon, like I said, and hopefully you guys can leave more questions so that I have better questions. I'm not saying that these questions wasn't good. These were actually very good questions, but you know, there's always a better question, a more tough, challenging questions that you somehow niggas find out how to ask and word it differently, make a nigga think. I'm be feeling like thinking. Feel me? Like right there. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I don't really be on that shit as much, but I'm gonna be on that shit soon. I'm out. That was ass. Alright.